a little bit about what's coming up right now with the elections here in the U.S. Also, some upcoming elections on the mother continent, and then also sharing some reports what's been taking place in Nigeria at the moment with President Buhari. So if you want to go ahead and start, we can get things going.
We are not hearing you, but Imani, we just see your mouth moving. Not hearing you.
Can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes.
Jerome?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Jerome?
Yes, I hear you. You hear me?
You can hear me, okay.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much. Seem like, let me see. Yeah, so that being said, as I was saying, we have the situation that happened in Nigeria, which is what we will look a little bit of about. I don't know if any one of you guys have the background of the police in Nigeria. Because according to what I understood is that there is a special police group in Nigeria that's supposed to be dealing with corruption, who has actually misusing or abusing the power authority, which leads to people start to protesting against them. And when people start to protest against them, then they decide to shoot on civilians. That's whole thing. That is what we understand. And when they start to shoot on people, civilians, that's how the situation went the way a lot of you guys have saw. So that being said, as you all know, not only in Nigeria, but in many African places, we have people or police officers who are actually, most of the time they do corruption, you know, and was the same case where the leaders of Nigeria say that they decide to put on new kind of police forces to actually be able to deal with corruption, but the same police officers decide to misuse the opportunities or the power that they have, and just, you know, they have been doing that. Actually, it's not only now, instead it's been for quite minutes when they've been misusing the authority. So yeah, that's very much what happened according to what we hear, but we're not sure exactly how did this went on, and if there's any other power coming from outside of Nigeria, we don't know. Now, does anyone has a lot of information about it? Anyone knows exactly the full background?
Well, far as what I understand, there is a special task force with the Nigerian police force known as SARS. And they were, I understand, put together somewhere back in the 80s, but a very elite part of the police force. And I think it's a go-between, sort of like our FBI. They've been given impunity of killing people if somebody happens to get killed under their watch as a part of that police force. Uh, Very similar to what's been happening here in the United States. Bear with me, guys. So what I found out, the police force itself was set up to sort of anti-robbery squad in Nigeria, which kind of some of the people there on the police force have went rogue. Of course, you know Nigeria is a country that has been very corrupt in the judicial as well as political system for a number of years, but have been working, the government itself, under the auspice of President Buhari, have been working to reform. So one of the things that I can commend President Buhari for coming to the stage and addressing the situation and making sure he was able to tell the citizens of Nigeria that there would be some type of repercussions for those individuals who committed such a crime. So there we are, it's one of those things, peaceful protests that actually went wrong somewhere and somehow. Of course, many of the people who that already were protesting was making complaints that many of their loved ones and folks had been locked up and did not have the opportunity to go see their loved ones while they were incarcerated. And perhaps some of their loved ones have also went missing. There's been a lot of torture, from what I understand, to some of the prisoners, but kind of an ongoing situation, from what I understand, has been going on for quite a very long time. But we're here from the New Africa Network to broadcast across our platform, reaching out to brothers and sisters in the African diaspora, brothers and sisters here in the United States who are from Nigeria, to have some type of inkling of what's going on. Perhaps we can be of sway of having these people brought to justice. Back to you, Brother Amani.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it for that. That's good insight. I actually have not do the Lara to find out is going on in Nigeria with the police. I know definitely there is a lot of corruption when it comes to the police department, but I never get in deep and found out how long these police who are accused of causing death of peaceful protests, how they come to be and what was the agenda, which I wish that last time we had, you remember you guys were looking for this young lady, I don't know if you guys remember, but we were inviting her. I wish that she had come in. Maybe we'll be able to ask her questions about the situation in Nigeria. But yeah, that being said, I hope that people who lost their loved one will be able to recover. And next week, we will be able to invite people who come from Nigeria or who has background of what is going on in Nigeria, so we can ask them how these things come to be. Yes, and by the way, if you guys remember,
yeah, I see Brother Sammy. I think Brother Sammy just logged in from Zambia.
No, that's not him. That's someone different. That's Sammy from New York, the gentleman from Eritrea. Hi, Sammy. How are you?
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good. Sorry, I'll put myself on mute.
Okay. Yeah. So how
Yeah,
is
for
your
sure.
weekend?
So
Good, good, good. Yeah, you said the brother from Eritrea. I appreciate that you want to let everyone know where I'm from. I just rather be called black. You already know that. But,
No,
Well,
no.
that's all right, brother. Everything, all of our brothers and sisters here on the network, sure enough, welcome no matter where you're from. We all are African, and of course, we are united as one people. So welcome aboard, brother.
thank you, thank you. It's good to be here.
Yes. So
Well,
yeah.
anyway, I'm hoping to maybe reach out to. Go ahead, brother Money.
Yeah, Sammy, we are talking about the situation in Nigeria. Do you have information that you can share about what's going on in Nigeria?
I know what everyone else pretty much knows. And I've seen calls to Buhari to end it by world leaders and seasoned politicians. But yeah, I mean, I know as much as everyone else does. It's nothing like I don't have anything behind the scenes. It's not my
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
so
yeah.
I'm hoping to get His Royal Highness, Brother Victor Agbana. Hopefully, he can come on with us at some point next week as one of our talk show guests to kind of discuss what's going on there. Of course, Victor is the Royal Highness of the King of the Imo region in Nigeria. I don't know whether or not it's a tribal situation that's going on there in Nigeria, or perhaps it's just some civil strife that has rose up with the judicial system. But we will definitely find out by this time next week. We'll have some reporters on the ground and be ready to report.
Yeah, I don't think, according to what I did a little investigation about it, I don't think it does have anything to do with tribes. It's just injustice being taking place among police who are actually supposed to be protecting people and things, but they have misused the opportunity or the power they were given to actually steal and taking things from a lot of people. Therefore, people has big start to protest about them for quite actually, like I think it's like 4 or 5 months. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's not about the tribes, especially where it's happening is in a city where possibly everyone from everywhere or every tribe is condensed or they are gathering in the city. So most of the time when it comes to the cities in Africa, the issue of tribe does not really strike much because every tribe comes from different places to join each other in the city. So I don't think there is issue of tribes. Maybe there is some political issues, but also we must look at if there is other agitators from outside of Nigeria as well. And
Well, one thing I can say, President Buhari has been doing a very outstanding job since he took the seat of president for Nigeria. Nigeria's economy is definitely one of the most uh, upcoming economies in the ECOWAS region. And of course, everyone sort of looked to Nigeria as being that uh, country that could help police the western region of Africa, being that it's so advanced there. Nigeria is one of the countries that have definitely got on board with the jumpstart of the African Industrial Revolution with the Eco Atlantic project. And as you know, most of the ECOWAS countries now are looking to develop the whole west coast of Africa from Morocco all the way down to Angola. You see a lot of major construction going on, a lot of job opportunity and a lot of business opportunity. But for sure, we definitely hate to see that something like this would take place in Nigeria. It is certainly black on black crime And black on black crime has been some of the major topics that have been brought to the table since Black Lives Matter. And this has transcended over to the mother continent with many of our brothers and sisters who are there, who are experiencing the same thing, but with an oppressive system or systems that have been in place since the colonial time periods. The empires, European empires coming in to structure how the judicial systems and how certain people are managed and handled within that system has definitely been a divide of unity between African people. But for certain, we are concerned that African people, wherever their African people are in the world, that African people around the world and in the diaspora must have a concern because we are physically connected, and those are our family brothers and sisters that are on the continent. So hopefully things will get better somewhat here in the near future. But from what I understand, President Buhari has definitely stepped to the plate to address the matter. And this is some of the good characteristics of what a president is supposed to do in times of crises. Thank you, Brother Amani, and I'll yield the stage back to you. Yield the mic back to you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, so let me break down for those who do not know what is Nigeria. Maybe some little like summary. Nigeria is a country that was created by colonizers. It is actually driven from Niger area. It's two different words. Niger, which is the Lake Niger, and the area. So when African hear that in English, they did not know how to pronounce the way British were saying it. So they just say Nigeria, like Nigeria, it's just two different words, but together. And Niger is actually driven from Negro. So it's pretty much, if you say Nigeria, you are saying Negro area. That's the original name, original meaning of the name, Negro area or Niger area. And this country has 250 tribes. Most of the time, we have three major ones who always drag each other. One is Yoruba, and another one is Hausa and Igbo. Those three tribes are majority of them. Nigeria also is the most populated or has most of population in all African continents. So the first one is Nigeria, and the second one is Ethiopia now. Used to be Egypt, but now is Ethiopia. Also another thing is that Nigeria is also the most developed country when it comes to economy and education. It's very, very populated, but it also has a huge economy. Is the second country, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, or the third one that produce the gas. So the gas globally comes, I think, the second or the third one. You can see that this country is very much not the country that Western will really want to lose. Now, from 1950s whole way to maybe until actually today, then the country Nigeria has been when European become independent, when they give independence, France did not want the country to be independent, especially to lose that much gas. When they were kicked out from Libya and from Algeria, so France went on and started to endorse what they call Biafra, which is still until today, they're still fighting. You will hear the country called Biafra. So there is always war going on in Nigeria because of natural resources, especially. But also Nigeria is where we have Boko Haram, which is an Arabic word said Western education is haram. Haram means bad. It's something like not good. You should not have something haram. It's just like Boko Haram is like Western education is haram. It's just no. That is very what is called by Western, that is a terrorist organization. Boko Haram, they are put that on a terrorist organization. So it's always killing people in those areas or areas of Nigeria. That's another thing I want you guys to know, because this Boko Haram will go in neighbor countries and kill people, and not, without forgetting the kids, the student ladies or young girls they took. I hope you guys you still remember. I don't know if it was 2015 or 2016 or 17, some areas where they took students or young girls from school and kidnapped them. I don't even think they have been founded at all. Another fact about Nigeria is that Nigeria is suffering with French colonized. When Nigeria became independent, they were Nigerians who were on part of Nigeria, they were Cameroonians who were colonized by British, and when they become independent, those Nigerians who were colonized by British, they say they want to go to the part of Cameroon that's French colonized. So that's how you see fight between Cameroonians, French colonized, and British colonized. Those who are colonized, British colonized, they actually were on side of Nigeria, and then they went later on to the part of Cameroon. But the reason why they went to the part of Cameroon is because that's where the tribe is. So it was one tribe divided. One side was colonized by British. The same tribe, another side was colonized by France. So there is a conflict always between Cameroon, who are French colonized, and Cameroon, who are British colonized. By the way, as you can see, our history is very, very clear that when we talk about we cannot stay in one country in Africa. There is no way we can stay in one country in Africa, because we are connected one way to another, two different countries, and because of colonizers, we just don't have borders that can respect our tribes. That's why you see one thing happen in one country, it goes on all the way to the next country. So I'm trying to share the map of Nigeria so you guys can see where it is Nigeria, and so you can know what I'm talking about. Because if I say like Nigeria on a map here, you may don't understand what I'm talking about. But as you can see, Nigeria is right here. So from here, Nigeria, you see the next country is just Cameroon, and I think the British colonized, maybe Cameroon British colonized, maybe it's this area somewhere. I don't know if it's north or which area, but it is the same tribe that were colonized one by France, another one by British, And when the Boko Haram, you will hear them going to Niger or going to Chad, they go in both those areas because those are neighbor countries. Now, yes, so that is very much the little thing. I think I said that Nigeria also it has the most of educated people in Africa. That there is no question, there's no debate about that. Nigeria has most of educated, not only in Africa, even here in America as well. When you see Nigerians, you will not be able to, you will see that Nigerians has very good education compared to most of other African
For sure, you have the highest population of qualified doctors in the world, medical doctors, followed by engineers. And as you can see, they are very upcoming civilization of Africa has been always at the forefront of technology and development. So yeah, we definitely want to give them a big up to that.
Yes. So, but also the whole idea of Africa liberation, it cannot really happen unless Nigerians take part of it. There is no excuse. There is no excuse on that. That's why many Western, they are actually trying to keep Nigeria down in different ways. Oh, by the way, I forgot one thing. Nigeria also is suffering with our religions. We have possibly three major religions in one country. We have the north side, north, maybe possibly northeast, with Muslim, and we have other who are Catholics, and we have other possibly who are in different religions. So all those religions are, and don't forget that Nigerians also have the traditional religions. Each tribe possibly have their own traditional religions. So that is also another key fact in Nigeria. But Nigeria also has most of corrupted people. It's not only Nigeria or Africa, but when it comes to corruption, they really are really in bad shape. So I think those are the key the things we can possibly know about Nigeria. But there is a lot of changes coming in Nigeria as well. It has been, there is a lot of growing change that is coming with the new generation. But yeah, I think that would be the good part about Nigeria. I don't know, I can't remember exactly the two, there is two major political parties. I think there's one is called the NDP, something like that. And other one, I can't remember the name. Maybe I can search for it later on. Yeah, so that being said, let's leave Nigeria alone for now. Let's go on about the American election here in the US. Yesterday, someone sent on our WhatsApp group the talking or panel discussion on it was what they say was Ethiopia for Biden and Harris, and we haven't have anyone say Ethiopia or Africa for Trump and what is his name, Michael Pence or Michael Pence, I don't know. By the way, I'm on.
Yeah, brother. I don't think you're gonna get no feedback from that. You know, that'd be putting them on exposure.
Yeah,
They might
but
vote for him, but they're not gonna tell you.
yeah, so by the way, me personally, I'm neutral on that because I'm Africanist. Okay, so regardless of who win and who lose, Africa, and we still on fight. Okay, I always say that black
That's for
men are
sure.
alone. Go ahead.
Well, you know, one thing I kind of noticed, I was actually tuning into the debates that they had on, what was it, Thursday night, and basically the debate between Trump and Biden, and they got to talking and discussing some of the major issues that are affecting African people here in the United States. And, you know, I just didn't feel that all comfortable with what was being given out as their rebuttal or answer to some of the questions. And some of the questions that the moderator had asked, they did not even get to answering that. You know, they were so busy bickering back and forth between each other, you know, taking pot shots at each other verbally, that some of the question that was asked about some of the modern day civil rights stuff that has been put on the table did not get answered at all. So I'm kind of skeptical of whether or not either one of these people, persons, if they happen to become president, you know, will the Black agenda itself stay on the table, and specifically to what's been going on here within the last 10 years in the United States with police brutality, economic issues, and certainly with the rise of poverty, income disparity between Black and white people here in the United States. That has definitely been a major issue that has been put on the table from the time of the 60s during the civil rights movement with Dr. Martin Luther King and all the other civil rights leaders for certain. So, yeah, I think it's a toss up right now, voting for who is the lesser of the two evils. And that's pretty much what African people have had to endure with some of the issues that African people here in the United States had to endure with from the time we've received the right to vote here in the United States. And I just want to put this clear too, that Black people, we've only had the actual physical right to vote since 1965. That's when they made it clear that all Black people here in the United States was given the equal right and opportunity to go to the poll to cast a vote. And so there have been many struggles with the voting methods that have taken place over the years, from poll blocking and keeping Black people from being part of the decision-making system, whether it's from the federal level all the way down to the local level. That has certainly been some issues that African American people have been dealing with for many years. So it gets back to it. I say this many times, that we are a generation of new breed leaders. We are not our grandparents. We are not our parents' generation, nor are we our grandparents' generation. We are Black people living in the 21st century, which in this day and time, it makes more sense that we call the shots of what we need as a people. And this is some of the things that we do want to continue putting on the table in countries where we live at, whether it's here in the United States, UK, you're down in Brazil, to let it be known that African people do have a voice, and we must unite together as one force of people to get things accomplished. And we can do that for certain.
Thank you so much. I think that anyone who is African or Black in general, and that is hoping to be freed or to be saved by Republican or Democrats, however you want to say it, needed to actually relook again, because someone who did not save you for the past 400 years, how do you think it's gonna save you in this coming next 5 years? I think that I see a lot of African people, I mean Black people in general, fighting over Biden or Trump. And somebody goes there and say, oh, this one is racist. And another one say, oh, this one is, like being in power for the past 30 some years, all of that. But at the end of the day, we Black people, we really have no space in this kind of politics. If someone will drag you in this politics, they are just trying to actually trying to say, hey, you know what? Oh, our ancestors fight for this. They did not fight to vote from those, just pick one of the as you say, the list of two evils. You don't choose from Lucifer and Satan. And because you honestly are choosing one thing. So I think Black people in general here in the US, they need to, if it is possible, they should create their own political party. That's why I always believe that Black people need to create their own political party. If they can't, then they just need to just pick one of those, and then not based on whether it's Republican or it's Democrats, whether it's just like, okay, I'm just wasting my time, or leave that alone, one of those three. But I don't see that, especially this election, I don't see anything that is going to change Black people that is coming from either one of them. There is not.
Well, Trump did make some valid points when he was debating Joe Biden. He said the guy had more than 40 years in a political seat, and basically have done no more than what any other politician should have been doing for the citizens who have voted for this particular person to be in office and carrying out some of those things. But we have been certainly discussing these issues among the African community here in the United States for many years. And one thing we must recognize as a tax-paying citizen of this country, we give our dollars to a system that abuses Black people. And as a new breed leader generation, yeah, we're going to put those things on the table to be addressed now. Whereas our parents and our forefathers had been intimidated to even dare to stand up to an oppressive system, we don't see that as something that's going to discourage us anymore. It's time to get down to business as a united Black people, and there may be very well an opportunity on the forefront of forming a separate political party outside of the Republican and the Democratic Party. Many of us who are Pan-Africanists, we're about that red, black, and green, which is mean the unification of Black people are the most important thing that should be a part of our main agenda in this day and time. Supporting each other from the political standpoint of view as well as economic could definitely bring about change as we are looking to unite ourselves back to the mother continent, which could be also a catalyst for lifting us up as a people. Our parents and our grandparents' generation and their grandparents and their parents going all the way back to the 1700s, you know, they've been trying to get some type of validity out of a system that still recognizes them as a secondary citizen in a country in which we've gone to war and bled and died on many occasions to support and lift up a country such as the United States. And so, yeah, we're bringing about change. The New African Network itself is about change. It's about the unification of Black people united worldwide. We see an empire that's on the forefront, something that has been given to us, to our ancestors, and that gift to us is Mother Africa. And as we see a brighter opportunity that is on the horizon today, we forge this alliance with our brothers and sisters worldwide. That's what it's about.
Yeah, actually, you remind me something. While a lot of people are chasing to vote for Mr. President Trump, let me show you what he just signed or asked on which date was that? The dates of October 19th. October 19th, this year, Mr. President Trump on Monday said that Sudan will be removed on the list of the U.S. list of U.S. of states sponsor of terrorism, following through on the pledge of paying $335 million. Listen to that. $335 million. That's the money Sudan actually said or promised or preached to pay to the United States because of the terrorists happened in September 11, so that Sudan can be removed of the list of terrorists, which we don't have any problem with that, by the way. We do not. However, how much they're gonna pay for the terrorism or the stealing and the killing of our people they have done many years and years in Africa? How much they're gonna pay to Kenyans who actually were victims of the terrorism in the terrorist attack? How much they're gonna pay for the Tanzanians who actually also were the victim of a terrorist attack? Because you're not gonna only pay US without paying other African countries, and also US should also be paying for what they have damaged, not only US, actually a lot of countries, to Africa and African nations in Africa. So I think like seeing how much like are you that serious? Sudan don't even have this much money anyways. Like 335 million of US dollar. That's a lot of money. Sudan don't have this, and they're not going to be able to afford that. So I think that, as I was saying, neither one of them is good for African or Africa in general. They all just not, they are here to just like not helping Black people in general, you know.
I'm very pleased with the conversation that's going on, and I'm not as astute as you gentlemen and ladies are concerning what's going on the world stage right now. But I'm wondering, because I read something about some of the nations in Africa still having to pay France for the income that they don't receive because they gave up slavery back in the 1800s or whatever it was. And there are a lot of countries still paying the colonists for their losses of wages or losses of income due to the slave trade shutting down. And I know that, you know, Malcolm X had a case against America that he took to the UN. And I'm wondering, how is it that America can just put somebody on, is it a world terrorist list or just America's terrorist list? Or do they have to go through the UN to declare you a terrorist? Or, you know, because it doesn't seem fair to me for them to just be able to trump up charges against somebody and accuse somebody and expect to be paid. That's just sounds ridiculous to me. But like I say, I'm not on that world stage that you all are. So, but I think some involvement with the UN is a course of action, because I know that the colonist countries have the right to do the sanctions and stuff like that. And most of the darker continents don't have any authority to do sanctions or things like that. But I think there's a legal recourse in the UN that if, you know, we're going to find some kind of power base on this planet, then we're going to have to go not only economically, but legislatively up into on the world stage as far as the UN goes. You know, we're going to have to get somebody up there that's going to represent us in front of all the people. I know Gaddafi was a man who didn't mind speaking his own mind, you know, and, you know, they labeled him a terrorist, but, you know, like I say, you have to view these things for yourself. It depends on what country you're from, who the terrorist is, you know, but some people think America is a terrorist country, you know, but that's neither here nor there. But I just feel that getting the UN involved in some kind of way to arbitrate some of this mess that's going on between America, I still don't understand how they're able to take our diamonds and our gold without us having a word say, or, you know, something is going on. They come in there and mine our riches and continue to colonize us basically in a so-called free world. I just wanted to throw that out there and see if anybody had any comment on that, because I'm curious as to how that keeps going.
Thank you so much. I think that we definitely can talk about how they get our natural resources in Africa. One thing I want you guys to understand is that the whole idea of money that we are using today, it was made to just steal from Africa. That's the whole agenda of the money you see today. So how do they do that? Believe on this is the truth, is happening today. That there are some companies from here in America or from Europe or from China goes to Africa and do business there and don't pay tax. First of all, $1, as I think I said last time, $1 is like 3,700 Ugandan shillings. So saying that is very much, they already picking up things for free, okay, very much. And then they come with the money that is not equal, is just not equal at all, which they made it. And then they will also buy things because they say they're buying, but honestly, they're taking it for free. And then they go around, as you know, here in America too. You guys have been saying about President Trump. He does not pay tax. I don't know, but that's what they've been saying. So nobody can tell. But they have this European has the sense or the way of just be able to do things without paying tax. That's how pretty much they're stealing things from Africa, but also they are causing wars. They are causing civil wars. They used to be able to give weapons to people in different tribes or different areas or different politicians. They will say, hey, we're gonna support you. We're gonna provide weapons for you, and we're gonna you go there, you capture the country, and you're gonna give us whatever we need. But that has kind of little changing, it's shifting. Now they have another strategy, which is to actually use this called so-called activists. They will bring these non-profit organizations like Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, this kind of organizations, and they come in the country with a lot of social media and promote like violence in a way that people are just gonna be people are just gonna start to protest. Sometimes they even pay them, which we saw here in America as well. Some people will pay other people to go there and protest and burn things and destroy things. And at the end of the day, the president who is on power that they do not want, they're gonna end up to remove this president and put someone there who they know that is gonna give them everything they want. So that's how actually Dr. Arikana Chiwombole was able to say that in Congo, for instance, there is airplanes coming on every day and goes down and take things all the way to Europe, all the way to other places nobody know. Those airplanes, they are not registered. Nobody knows what they are taking and what they are not taking. If you guys, Congo is the richest country in natural resources. So all the natural resources you see in Europe, especially like England is said to have no gold or diamonds, but when you come to the market of England, you're gonna see a lot on market that they own gold and diamonds, which is definitely unseen. But yeah, that's how they are doing. They have so many games they play around, so many games to steal from Africa. So many either they come to our leaders, either they come to religions, either they will come to policies, either they will come to education. They have a lot of way or war or causing conflicts, So, or even they have like in Congo since 1960s, I believe, the military, the U.S. peacekeeping, the United Nations peacekeeping never live on the country. They always sitting in Congo, but at the same time, people are being killed, people are being raped, people are being women being raped, all those problems happen while there is United Nations military forces on ground, So why? Because those military on ground, they are dictating who the president, what to do and what to not do, or they are just digging on stealing natural resources. I think that answers your question, Rick. I see you raise your hand.
Yes, you pretty much confirmed a lot of what I already knew, that they were using CIA or politics, or subversive measures to pit us against one another. And yet and still, I believe that, as a continent of people, if this is happening in every neighborhood on the continent, then that United Nation of Africa that they were protesting so hard against a few years back, maybe 5 or 6 years. I know Gaddafi was the first one to mention about uniting all of the countries. And I think that there's going to have to be some kind of common policy for everybody on the continent to follow in each one of these regions. I know that as long as there are wars going on between different factions in different areas, that's an impossible task, but it has to take one step somewhere. If there's, like they did with Israel and the Arab Emirates, right? The Arabs, they did, they're enemies, but they have a common goal, and this is what I think we need to start looking at among our people. Your enemy is my enemy. That's the kind of thing that that Donald Trump did with the Israeli and the Arabs. And you all have the same common enemy on the continent as we do over here, same common enemy. And we could see that a while back because we were concerned about each other. We had a common unity, and that unity was in our survival against our enemy. And knowing that you have an enemy is something that needs to be taught to our people, because we've been at war with these people for over 3,000 years. They like to say, okay, we've only been enslaved 400, but this started years ago, many, many years ago. They started killing us on different continents, and it's been going on ever since. We've been at war with the people and not acknowledging the fact that we are at war with the people. They're killing us, in many forms and fashion. They're robbing us in many forms and fashion, and yet and still we are negotiating with someone who's abusing us in so many different ways, so many forms. Like you mentioned, they come with all this trickery, and they come and write new laws, and anything that a white man writes on a piece of paper, everybody's supposed to follow, and it just becomes a law because he wrote it down on a piece of paper. Same thing happens over here. A bunch of white men up in Congress get together and they agree on writing something down on a piece of paper, and then they show it to everybody and say, this is the law. And they all walk away and agree, yeah, it's on that piece of paper. That's the law. And as long as we give them that authority, I think there's a verse in, I think it's the Quran. I'm not a biblical person, or I'm not Islamic. I'm a spiritual person. I just love knowledge. And I think there's a statement in the Quran that says,
Go ahead.
I'm missing it now. It slipped right away from me as I was talking, but it's something in the Quran about, not allowing your enemy to take advantage of you, about, it slipped out of my mind just that quick. But my point is that there has to be an initial way to unify economically and politically on that continent. And if it has to start with, like we're doing over here and over there as well, people are protesting, but they see our protest as weakness. We've been singing and marching and writing songs and poems and, asking for things for 400 years. And like you say, the two men in that office now, they're not going to answer that for us completely, and I think that if it was presented to the world, not as a bunch of individuals running up here trying to ask for something, but like you say, a unified front. It has to start somewhere. One of us has to reach out and start that phenomena that Gaddafi was talking about, the United States of Africa. And once that can be established, then you'd have a common constitution and a common goal among all the people. You'd be able to gather your resources and protect your resources, because you'd have one common army, just like the United States. And these are the things we have to look at in order to have the kind of world stage power that we seem to be trying to acquire. Because unless we get the kind of power that they have, then they're not going to look at us as equals or even rivals. They come into our house, they bind the strong man, come in the house and take anything they want. And that's what they've done to us. So,
Yeah, thank you so much for the statement you just made about them killing us. I think I don't know if you guys, that there is always a genocide happening on Black people, regardless of which place. It can be in Argentina, or it can be in the US, or it can be in Congo, or it can be in Namibia, or it can be in Botswana, or any other place, but there is always genocide happening. When you guys are talking about voting for Harris and Joe Biden, they're not telling us that they are practicing genocide among our Black people by abortion. Why in world the high number of abortion is taking place in Black people community? You know, why is that? It's not that they're like targeting us, that almost like killing our people actually. So yeah, you're right. People, we need to wake up and notice or realize that anytime either it can be genocide in terms of medical genocide, can be abortion genocide, it can be homosexual genocide, it can be injecting disease in us, which they have done many times, especially in Africa. But yes, someone always think of eliminating Black people on the face of the earth, especially starting from Africa. And that was the whole base of, or the idea of slavery. It was not that they only want to use our people for slavery and sell them like donkeys and horses, but they also want to genocide us. They want to kill us. What's called today Middle East is a good example, where we have so many slaves were taken to that place, but none of them left actually to tell the story of what happened to them. We don't know what happened to Arab slavery. So back to what you were saying about we have to start somewhere. Let me show you a quick example. If you can see the map, I'm gonna share a little map here with you about the map of Djibouti. Djibouti is a very, very small country in Africa. Let me see if I can find it on map. Very, very small, tiny country was created from Ethiopia. It used to be Ethiopia big, and Ethiopia and Somalia. So France created this small country of where is that? Of come on now. Of the Ethiopia and Somalia and Eritrea. So they created a small country here, very, very small, in the Horn of Africa. It's not far from Middle East. As you can see, it's very, very teeny. Like if I will show you on real map now, you can see how small it is. Now you can't even see it any longer on the African map, but it's right here. So it's just this small one here. It's possibly like maybe small, maybe, I don't know if it's even bigger than or close to Washington, DC. But this small country, as you can see, is the home of so many foreign bases, military bases. Like and now you can see on a map, like there is one on United Arabs, there is one in France, there is one in the US, there is one in Japan, there is one in Italian, oh no, Saudi Arabia, pardon, I don't know which one it is this, but China. So each one of these has bases in this country, this is small, tiny country. And what do you think they are doing over there? Well, what they are doing is just they are holding Africa from this small tiny country, because that's how they can learn business. That's how they can, if anyone want to actually, if you wanna go against what they want, they're gonna eliminate you. That's why they are there. They are not really there to help Djibouti at all, but they almost lent out all the country possibly for next 100 years. So back to the statement you say about Gaddafi. Gaddafi was a hero to Africans, and as you can see, after him, the country is in a mess. This is obviously, there is no question about it, that he has done so much to improve his country. His country was a free, loan-free country. His country, people had almost everything they want, even though he did not want to leave power. But he was good president. He was a good leader. And next morning, the Europeans and Western actually in general, I don't know, maybe you can even say Eastern too, China and the Russians, whoever it is, they decide that they want to kill him, which is what they have been doing. I hope that one day, especially France will be held accountable of how many African leaders they killed. I think he's now 27 president killed by France since 1960s. When we start to get independence in Africa. So yes, if someone come up with an idea like what Gaddafi did, they intend to just eliminate the individual to assassinate him or her. And that's why you see Malcolm X was assassinated, or Martin Luther, and other many people, even Tupac as well, you know. They kill our musicians, you know. So the unity of Africa is a threat to the Western special, and even China too. They will not see that happening unless we all Africans or all Black people in general, we stand up and do it on our own. And we should not hope that Africans in Africa will be able to unite Africa at all unless African diaspora actually stand up and do that. That is what it is, the truth 100%, that African diaspora must stand up and do the job, do the dirty job, because they are aware of the strategy, you know. Now, Africans today, they still like thinking the like long time way of thinking. So they are not going to be able to do that. Only most of time we need African Brazilians, African Jamaicans, African America, African Cuban, African Dominicans, African Haitis, African France, and African England, and African Canadians. All diaspora must take the first seat in order to unite Africa. So yes, I do believe that it is definitely important for all Africans to actually be able to work towards unity of Africa. And now, not instead of maybe in the future, no, now it needs to start taking place now.
I agree with what you're saying, and my major point of that part, I believe, was just to say that as long as a white man can write something down on a piece of paper and declare it law, I think the point I was trying to make was there was a man who came in the presence of Allah, and the person who the devil had dragged into hell, he pointed at the devil and he said, well, the devil is responsible for me going to hell. And the devil told Allah, he says, no, I'm not responsible for that. I just made a suggestion. I told him and he listened to me. So that's the only power that the devil has over you, is he listens, is that you listen to him. And if you listen to him, he comes in your country and tell you what the law is, then that's a problem. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. If it's your house, I can't walk.
Yeah, I think we lost him. I think we lost him. But yeah, so so you back?
Yeah, that was the main point. I understand that the way I'm seeing this is too simple. You know, I understand there are layers and layers of politics that I'm not even looking at. But I know that there has to come a time in this world where we either say, blow the damn thing up. If I can't be happy, you shouldn't be either. If it's not going to be heaven on earth for me, it shouldn't be heaven on you. Use your damn nuclear weapons and just blow the damn thing up. Because I mean, if I can't be free, why in the hell are you running around free? It doesn't make sense to me. I think the time has come for Black people to start either unifying or destroying, you know, what they're trying to create. We got to tear his kingdom down, tear it down, you know, some kind of way. And if it calls for us to unify among ourselves, you know, as long as we're listening to them and afraid of what they're going to say about what we're doing, afraid to die for what we want, then there's a problem. You know, we're going to have this problem. Because nothing comes free. You got to be willing to die for what you want. If you want to see these people free, then there has to be enough communication among not just us here on this one Zoom channel, but there has to be enough communication on a global scale to get some kind of acknowledgement of where we are as a people globally. But this is a global problem, like you say. They use the prefix African, and then they put anything else they want behind it, and it keeps us divided. But all of us are the prefix. All of us are Africans, and we outnumber them. You know, that's one thing for sure. We definitely outnumber them. And
I totally agree with you, Brother Rick. And of course, you know, when they came to discuss the Berlin Conference, that was literally done to keep us off the table of being a part of that discussion, because they wanted to divide us up as people, because they already knew if Africans were united, we could be the biggest empire and force here on the earth together, because our melanin unites us, you know?
Yes.
And it can't nothing stop
common
that.
unity.
And we working with some Edomites from the biblical times in today's presence time period. And it's definitely time to move on. I've often tell our brothers and sisters it's time to level up, just like playing a game. You know, at some point in time, you're playing a game, and you should learn how to maneuver on the board of that game. And it's a time to level up to the next level. For us as a united people, these are some things that have to take place in order for us to survive in the future. The eyes on the prize itself is Africa herself. They feel that we are people that, although that is our ancestral land, they feel that we're not even entitled to even have that. So that's why the Berlin Conference was created, to divide us, put us against one another. And Shaka Zulu was the prime example, who was laying that picture out for us in the 1800s.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I see that.
Yeah, so yes, I think like for now, when I moved to Washington, D.C., 2010, the voice of Black people being African was not here at all. There was really like the transformation has happened in the past 10 years very, very much. You know, here in DC, there is a lot of Black or African American big community. But the idea of them being African, it was not here. So it was not. But now it's just picking up very, very quickly speed, which is very, very good. I do appreciate for that, or those individuals who are doing that. We do thanks them actually. It's very good that people will actually start to realize, hey, you know what? Regardless of where I was born, my maybe my colonial language or my tribe or my background, whatever it is, or whether I have or I don't have, I'm an African, and that is the key towards our unity. And I think we need to teach our children, we need to teach people who we work with, we need to teach everyone we meet to understand that we are suffering, we are on war as Black people in general together. And also we actually get that the next step is going to be to dig in our pocket. The reason why I say American Black people must be taking this first step towards the unity of Africa and to free African people in Africa on the continent and outside of it, it is because money here in the US is so high compared to the money in many countries in Africa. And that can contribute a lot more than if someone wanna like give 100 in Africa, like in Uganda. I keep saying Uganda, but I can even say Tanzania or other countries. If you give 100, they're gonna give possibly like almost like 200,000, you know, or 300,000. That's a lot of money. Nobody can afford it to do something. So the people here must be on first line or first seat. Number two, they also are aware. There are a lot of people being around here. It's like you say, it's like a game. People being around here, they know how to play this game. So we need to bring our people and make change in Africa and other places as well. But we must, first of all, understand that we are in war. We are facing threat towards our people and ourselves and our natural resources. So we must actually stand up and fight for what is ours.
I agree. I agree with everything you said.
Black power, brother Monty. Black power.
Thank you. So that being said, we have to, there's something I should ask every one of you. I saw there is a gentleman on call who is possibly maybe around the 60s or 70s. I'm not sure how old he is, which possibly it will say that he is he's not young, maybe to be able to see some of the stuff. But the seed you put on ground is very, very important than the seed that you eat. So we need to start to figure out how we can support these things financially, okay? The Unity of Africa must be supported financially. That is one thing we have been forgetting. Yes, they have made a paper and they bring this to us and it's money, and now everyone is fighting for the same paper they paint with a different color on. But that's what we got now. We're gonna pray with what we have until when we can have something maybe different, or even if we never have one, it's fine. But we just need to use what we have on now and bring the unity of Africa.
That's what's up. And Brother Money, I definitely want to relay this to our viewers and listeners that African Americans, the African community here in the United States alone, we have a GDP of 3 trillion. That's a spending power that we have in a country where we control 1% of virtually nothing. That means our money that we get in go towards taxes, it pays bills, and you may own property, but in the end, when you die, it basically go right back to the oppressor. And so, to make a long story short, if we African Americans, Africans living in the United States were a country of our own by itself right now, say if we were one country in Africa, united, of one, well, I'm just saying African Americans, all the African people living in the United States was to pick up and go to Africa as our own country, we would rank number 15 in the world's most wealthiest nations. Now, just think if our brothers and sisters in South America and in the Caribbean and in the UK and Europe and France and all of these nations where we live at decided to bring their income to the table as well. Do you know how much power we would have as a united front of African people? Unstoppable. Unstoppable. We got to get in the game to make things happen. And this 21st century time period is the time of the African man and woman. This is our time now. This is our time to get back what was stolen from our ancestors. We have no excuse in the 21st century to be so far behind in everything. But the false perception of it is they want you to believe that you're behind as Black people when we are the very ones who helped create it and motivated each and everything that you see in a lot of these imperial countries. Our ancestors cleared the land here in the United States. They put these big cities on the forefront of ingenuity. That's before they started importing people from Europe to come here to live, and they good at dictating how good they want to see things. But the fact of the matter is that Black people are the energy to all nations. We are here for a purpose. Our purpose is to begin to play the position that our Creator wants us to play. He don't want us to be people sitting back and being ridiculed and stepped on and made a beast of burden. He wants us to reunite ourselves and bring forth that creativity that brought the Nubian dynasty into a spectrum, built the Great Pyramids. We are the first scientists on Earth. We are the first creators of all human civilization as we know it today. But
I believe
the things that we have learned in our past that have been passed down to us is that we come from nothing. And that is not the truth. The truth is out now. That's what 2020 is about now. The year 2020 is about the third eye. It's about learning. It's about bringing the truth about where false perception has taken over. Our African ancestors, they are with us. They want us to move in a direction that we have never moved before. It's been 400 years of relaxation. And now it's time for us to take the position, the rightful position as the first human beings on Earth. Black man and the Black woman, the creator of all civilizations that we know it here on Earth. We birthed them people that despise us and step on us and treat us nasty and make us feel like we are not worth anything. They want to come and kill you because you were the first human being. When I say human being, that's exactly what it is. A human person has compassion. A human person has understanding. A human person has the ability to create something from nothing. A human person don't have to step on another human being and crush another human being to make him feel like he's high on the pedal. God created us in his image. What makes them mad is the melanin in our skin. We have things that some people don't have. We have some things in our DNA that some people don't have, but they want to mock and ridicule you as a Black person that, you know, they got to have some justification of why they have to destroy you as a person. We all know better now. We're living in the 21st century. Let's take our Blackness into the 21st century as one united force of people.
I believe
as we are united, there's no one, there's no group of people, no matter how racist they may be, can stop a united Black front. Black power.
Black power.
All right. Yeah, thank you so much, Brother Eugene. Our time is moving, is giving us hand, which means that we are finishing for today. And I will be able to see you next week, where we're gonna be talking about Nigeria. With in mind, what I already give you some kind of, hands up. Crew, what is Nigeria? Again, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us, our panel discussion today. The panel discussion will be all live on YouTube, New Africa Network TV. That's where everything will be downloaded to the YouTube channel. Again, I wish you an amazing, wonderful, good weekend. We'll meet on Saturday at 6 p.m. in Washington, D.C. time, which is 1 in the morning in East Africa time. And in Central Africa, it is in midnight. In West Africa is around 11 p.m. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. One love. Peace.
One love. Peace.
One love. One love. Peace and blessings.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.